Hey guys, so in the past little while I've been driving a 2018 Chrysler 300S, which you'll know if you follow the channel, and I have done a lot of other cool videos on the car, but for today I want to focus on the sport mode. So as I was driving the car, I noticed that there was a sport setting, or an S, on the transmission dial, and also a sport button that was under the Uconnect screen. I've driven lots of other cars which also have these types of sport mode settings, but I wanted to find out if they actually did anything to make the car sportier and improve performance, or even if there's a difference between pressing the button to activate sport mode or using the shifter to shift it into sport mode. Some cars that I've driven, such as the Hyundai Elantra, have a sport mode that really doesn't do anything. You can't feel it when you put it into sport mode, so I wanted to see how the 300S sport mode fared. So before I actually did any research into this, I just tried to do some 0 to 60 test runs with sport mode on and off, back to back, just a few times. So as you can see, my best sport mode run was 7.03 seconds, while my best non-sport mode run was 7.27 seconds. So it looks like the sport mode did help me get around 0.2 of a second faster than before. I did look into this though, and it looks like sport mode actually does something. So it cuts shifting times from 400 milliseconds down to 250 milliseconds, increases the engine and throttle responsiveness, adjusts the lock of the torque converter, and also firms up the feel of the steering wheel. And this sport mode will work whether you have the 3.6 liter V6 or the 5.7 liter V8 Hemi. It is slightly different though depending on if you change it using the shifter or pressing the button. If you change the shifter to sport mode, the transmission upshifts quicker and engages the paddle shifters on the steering wheel full time until you turn them off. So if you press the button, this is where you get all those benefits of sport mode. So improved throttle response and modified shifting for the enhanced driving experience, temporary engagement of the paddle shifters, and the greatest amount of steering feel. So what I noticed was exactly that. The car felt faster and more powerful in sport mode, and the steering definitely had a different feel, feeling a lot firmer and more responsive. I also felt that the exhaust became slightly louder. So it is nice to know that sport mode actually does something on this car, because like I said, a lot of the times, switching cars into this mode is really not very noticeable, and they don't really need it. But in this car, it makes sense, and it gives the car a sporty edge when you want it. So hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Mopar videos, and I'll see you next time.